Some of the hardest battles aren't fought in chaos. They're fought in silence. It's the waiting season that tests you the most. Waiting for healing. Waiting for the breakthrough. Waiting for the prayer to finally make sense. And the dangerous part about waiting is that if you're not careful, you'll start believing God forgot about you. But what if the waiting season isn't punishment? What if it's preparation? Everybody talks about trusting God when the blessing comes. But nobody talks about trusting Him when heaven feels quiet. When you're praying every day and nothing changes. When you're trying to stay faithful, but you're exhausted emotionally. When everyone around you seems to be moving forward while you feel stuck in the same place. That waiting season can make you question yourself. It can make you It can make you anxious. And sometimes, it can make you feel abandoned. But I came to remind you today. Just because God is silent does not mean God is absent. Some of us are trying so hard to escape the waiting season that we miss what God is trying to build inside of us during it. Because peace is not found in getting answers immediately. Peace is found in knowing who God is even before the answer comes. Anybody can praise when the doors open. Anybody can trust when the miracle happens. But real faith is built when you still worship while nothing is changing. That's maturity. That's surrender. That's spiritual growth. See, waiting exposes what's really in us. It reveals our fears, our impatience, our need for control. And sometimes God will allow the waiting because He's trying to remove the version of you that panics every time life slows down. You want to know why the waiting hurts so much? Because waiting forces you to confront the things you usually distract yourself from. In the waiting, you can't hide behind movement. You can't hide behind success. You can't hide behind noise. It's just you and God. And sometimes God allows the waiting because He wants your attention more than your performance. Gems, some of you have been asking God for direction. But God has been asking for your trust. Some of you want the next chapter immediately. But God is trying to heal you before you get there. Because if God gave you everything too early, it could crush the version of you that isn't ready yet. Listen carefully. Delayed does not mean denied. A seed underground looks forgotten before it becomes fruitful. And maybe that's where you are right now. Buried in uncertainty. Buried in frustration. Buried in questions. But buried things still grow. God is doing work in places you cannot see yet. Every silent season is not empty. Sometimes heaven is quiet because God is working beneath the surface. So, how do you find peace while waiting? You stop measuring God's faithfulness by your timeline. You stop believing that because it hasn't happened yet, it never will. And you start resting in this truth. If God brought you this far, He will not abandon you now. Peace comes when you realize you don't have to carry tomorrow today. You don't have to have every answer. You don't have to know every step. Sometimes peace looks like waking up and saying, I still don't understand this season. But I trust you in it. If you're in a waiting season right now, hear me clearly. God has not forgotten you. Your prayers are not wasted. Your tears are not unseen. And your waiting is not meaningless. One day you're going to look back at this season and realize The thing that almost broke you actually built you. So don't lose peace while waiting for what God already promised. Because what God is preparing for you is worth becoming the person who can carry it. And if this message spoke to you, comment this below. Even in the waiting, I trust God.